Hi, and welcome back to the channel. I can't believe it's been 8 months since I posted last time. I don't know where the past 8 months of life went to, but it's been extremely busy. And yesterday was 8/8, which is, of course, a day I will always be etched into my heart forever because it's the anniversary of our beloved Lahaina town being devastated. So it's always a very heavy day, but 3 years out now and our road just opened up, so that's great progress, and it looks like we're getting one step closer to officially moving back home. So keeping it light and positive, we took the day off yesterday to go to the beach, had an amazing beach day, and caught some awesome waves. It was a great set that just rolled in, and I couldn't be happier to just be out with a board catching waves with my boys. It's really all my heart wants. And to have that actually happen was just on that day. It was an amazing blessing, and just felt like it was meant to be. So having said that, I felt very refreshed after a day in the ocean, and I felt like it was like a clean slate, and here we are. I'm back to goal setting and planning for the future, and of course this YouTube channel has been something that I've wanted to do for quite a while now, pretty much years, even before the babies were born, but I just feel like there's never any time because there's always something to do, and I want to make this more of a priority because I do feel like it could really help people and be beneficial, and also be nice to look back on as memories later in life. Looking back at this chapter of our life when we were homeschooling and the boys are still little, and because as we all know, how fast time flies, which is scary. But anyway, so homeschooling, we're about to start again, year number 2. Jimmy will be in first grade this year, and I can't believe we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of when I started Redefine Learning Homeschool Group, which has been an amazing journey so far. I'm very thankful for all the families I've met and all the experiences we've had and memories and moments we've shared. I've learned a lot along the way, and I'm here to share some of my experiences with you all, especially if you're new to homeschooling and you don't really know where to start. What I would suggest, and what I did personally, is I started a homeschool group in our area. Because the few that we do have in our area were already full. Most of them charge a membership fee to even join the group and be a part of the group and know like what their schedule is, all the planning. And now I see why they charge that, because it is a lot of time, and I've spent hours, at least I'd say an average of 3 hours a week, sometimes 5 hours a week, on organizing events, scouting out new locations, just coming up with creative, cool ideas, and narrowing all those ideas down, because I get a lot of awesome ideas that just pop up based on my experience working with kids and physical therapy and motor development and just all the things. Even going back and looking at some of my original notes when I started the group, of all the list of places that I potentially would like to go with the group for field trips, and all the activities I'd like to incorporate in, such as the cooking classes and yoga classes and our nature walks, and just making it child-led learning focused and creating that environment with emphasis on practical life skills and learning the things that you don't really get taught in traditional schooling. And it's been really cool to actually see these ideas that I have jotted down on paper from a year ago coming into life now and actually happening. So I want to thank everyone who's been a part of the group and supported it throughout this past year, who's shown up regularly. Really appreciate you. And even the people who have just come and gone, we've also really appreciate you too, because it's been nice just to meet so many faces in the area and meet like-minded families who share a similar vision. And there's some people who don't share that vision, and that's okay too. Everyone's homeschooling journey is going to look different. For us though, in particular, I've always wanted to be more of a Montessori based, practical life skills, just learning how to be a functioning adult and human. And that starts now. So creating that independence and confidence starts now, even though the kids are little. It's amazing how capable children are of learning how to take care of themselves. I think a lot of people kind of baby their kids and just think like, oh, I'll do it for you, or I'll do it because it's easier. But really, it's amazing how if you give them the time and the space, they can figure these things out. And as a physical therapist, I'm always thinking about motor skills and milestones and fine motor control. And it's just amazing how it, you know, how capable our bodies are and adaptable of learning new skills, given the good and correct environment to do so, though, right? A safe environment, of course, too. So we always try to incorporate some type of life skills into our daily learning and kind of pushing those boundaries a little bit on like, you know, what do we want to try today? And it's always based on what my son is interested in learning, because we also follow that Montessori principle of there are sensitive periods in your child's learning where they are going to be little sponges and pick up things very quickly, especially if they're showing an interest in wanting to learn that skill or that topic or whatever it may be. So you kind of want to maximize those windows of opportunity as they arise, which is also another good way to just kind of step back and observe your child and, you know, what are they into? What are they wanting to learn about? What are they talking about a lot? What's influencing them? And how can we gear that thought process into more of a critical thinking analysis type brain that we're practicing, you know, other skills and examples that relate to that now. So that's how we personally homeschool. Yes, there's curriculum for the basics, the foundations. You have to kind of just go with that and teach that too, but we don't try to replicate public school in our household. No way. I mean, what is the point of doing that? There's a lot of literature that supports, you know, certain learning styles, and you have to identify what type of learner your child is, of course, to maximize their learning capabilities. But we're not sitting down and doing worksheets and curriculum books and just reading through stuff. I mean, we do that maybe once in a while if my son shows an interest in wanting to sit down and do something like that. Otherwise, I'm always thinking of ways we can be physically active and learning this skill, or incorporate it into something that we're already doing and still learning those foundations of reading, math, science, geography. But how can we turn it into a more active, fun approach, which makes learning more enjoyable? It doesn't feel like, hey, you're sitting down now and doing school, you know, let's start the clock, and when you're done, you're done, because that approach doesn't work for us in particular. If it works for your child, then you do what works for you. But I'm just sharing my experience from our unique perspective. And if this jives with you, awesome. And if not, you can just scroll on. You know, it's no offense, nothing personal taken here. But anyway, so planning ahead for the future school year to come, we have a lot of really cool ideas and science classes, cooking classes, field trips, which are going to talk about, you know, tying geography into all this too. And always a focus on the practical life skills, emotional regulation, yoga, meditation, exercise, caring for your body, healthy diet, incorporating better food choices, nutrition, all the things that we really need to learn young so we can create good habits for a lifetime and create curious children who want to learn and who ask good questions and have a passion and zest for learning for life. So follow along for some more ideas, and I'll promise to do better at sharing what we're doing. I have hours and hours of content just sitting on my phone that I've been trying to get out. There's never enough hours in the day, but we will try to post more consistently so we can hopefully help and inspire some others too. Happy homeschooling.